She playing mind games, you know how it get. Brand new V, dropping the top, converting the lane like this. Tell me the truth, that your heart skip a beat when you fuck like this. I fell in love with your hips. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, YouTube, for another video. What's going on, gamers? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. You're now powered by the MMO Mainframe. So look, we just hit 10K views on the channel. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support to the channel. I really appreciate that. We going hard, harder than ever, coming with a bunch of videos for y'all. We finally hit level 80 in Guild Wars 2. So look, the fun just begins. But this video, I'm going to tell you all the things I learned from level 1 to 80. So stay tuned. You're going to get that right here. So, Guild Wars 2 is not mission based like other MMOs, okay? Guys, I know. I even made mistakes leveling. It is not mission based, okay? Guild Wars 2 is completely different from every other MMO. It is solely and only solely about the open world content in every shape and form, okay? Literally, and I didn't know this or understand it at all. Okay, so that's where a lot of people go wrong, because a lot of MMOs, I played others, DCUO, Ion Online, DDO. I played a couple others too. I mean, Maple Story, played all types of different MMOs. A lot of MMOs, they have like a very mission-based feel to them. You know what I mean? It's not mission based whatsoever, okay? It is very much like there's a storyline to follow, okay? But then the storyline ties into the open world, okay? But we're going to get into that in a little bit in the next clip. We're talking Guild Wars 2. You just have to throw away everything you know about an MMO, okay? They're so different, okay? From the mounts to the way the game is played, to the style of the game, to the build and make of your character, all of it's different, okay? From exploring the open world, the massive open world, no less. All of the hero points are challenges you unlock hero points with, and hero points help your character advance and get other skills. To unlocking the mounts, because you have to unlock the mounts. Even if you buy the skins, they have to be unlocked through certain content that you play. Okay, unlocking the mounts, strike missions, fractals, raids, so much more. We're going to get into that in a second. Even me, myself, I just started my journey on Guild Wars 2. I just got to level 80 with the update for you guys. I was running through the open world, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, learning the game, seeing all of the different open world canvases. They've got missions under mountains. They've got like tunnels you can traverse through tightly. They've got whole caverns where there's like sets and different enemies, and you've got underwater fighting. I mean, there's even like these snake enemies that are underwater, the Kratos. They're like underwater and have their entire underwater city where there's a hero point challenge there as well. Okay, but on my journey through all of this, let's tie it back together here. I will give you different tips that I learned and different pointers I learned leveling up to level 80, okay? Because there's a lot to go through and it's really overwhelming, and I get that, okay? But stay tuned here and we're getting some more of it. So first things first, as you level up, I think the most important thing that you could probably remember, if you don't know already, is when you get gear from missions or doing the gold hearts, which we will get to in a second, this gear also comes with the secondary upgrade. Click H, which is your hero tab, okay? Inventory and H are different, okay? Inventory just puts it on. H is where you go to look at your character. So you're going to click H and then go to equipment. And then once you're in the equipment tab, you can pretty much look at all your gear. And when you do look at your gear, you're going to click on the gear and it's going to give you the option for drop down stats. Okay. And all these stats have different benefits depending on what class you play and what you want your character to do. Some of these benefits are for healing. Some of them are for damage. Primarily, when you're leveling, you probably want to go for damage since you're going to be solo. So that would be like Berserker or Dragons. There's different names and different titles for how the gear is set up. So that's how, again, it could be confusing. But Celestial is just like an all around base. It gives you plus of something for everything. So it'll be like plus 13 and it'll give you every stat. That's Celestial all around. So even in this clip right here, I was at the trading station trying to get new weapons because I just hit level 80. We're pushing through. And that's me looking at the weapons. Right here in the hero tab, you could see all the different benefits from gear stats. I'm switching the swords out now. But like I was saying before, make sure leveling up that you put your stats on your gear because you want to make sure that you could do the most damage or you could do the most healing or most defense, whatever your class is picked for. Number 2, sell all your useless stuff at the vendor. Don't keep it. It inventory management is pretty crazy in this game. You get like a bunch of stuff and there's nowhere to put it. Absolutely nowhere. So the best thing you can do is when you go to the vendor to sell stuff, there's like a coin. You click the coin tab. It'll be the sell tab. And then if you look at like sell junk, it'll be a button at the bottom right. You can sell junk or you can just sell. You click on the item you want to sell, like old gear. Once you switch out your old gear, I would sell it too. You'll get a lot of stuff from leveling, so you want to keep inventory management for real, because I've missed out on some things where I've had to like stay still for 20 minutes and figure out how the inventory. Oh, it was crazy. I learned though. I learned. You know, you make sure your inventory is good so you don't have to do that every 5 minutes. Okay, on to the next point. Number 3. That actually is like part 2 to number 2. It's also to do with inventory management. It's deposit your materials, okay? Guys, I can't tell you enough. Some of the stuff is materials for crafting. Don't get rid of it, okay? Crafting could be really good for endgame, and having a lot of materials will help you at the start of the game so that you can craft better stuff and have better weapons and armor and craft all types of things. There's even fishing, so you can craft your fishing poles or whatever you want. It's pretty crazy. So keep your crafting stuff, okay? If you go click I and go to the top right of your screen, that'll be deposit all materials, and you can just put everything into the deposit and keep it with you as you play. So that'll be perfect. Don't get rid of it. Okay. Next point. Number 4. Do not skip through the game, okay? Don't just skip through. Explore everything because you get XP for getting waypoints, which are like little travel pins. The waypoints are really good because if you get waypoints, you can just travel around the map without having to run everywhere, which saves you so much time because Tyria is huge. And if you've traveled through it on foot, especially if you don't have a mount yet, it'll take forever. So go with the system, follow the guide that they have for you, and get your waypoints. Make sure to get your waypoints. You'll see in all my past videos, literally, I run up to a waypoint and say, guys, get your waypoints because they're super useful. They do cost a little bit of silver or copper sometimes, but it's really not that much, and you can always sell items to regain that copper because it's like 3 copper maybe for a teleport or 30 copper sometimes. It's really not that much. Sometimes it's a silver, but again, not that much. You could sell a piece of gear and get 5 silver, so it's not too big. You could even get gold for selling certain items of a certain rarity, which is better. So if you have gold and silver while you're leveling, I would recommend to use the waypoints to save yourself a lot of time. Okay. And I mean, number 5 that I really have to say is really, guys, make sure you have fun while you play. I mean, the best thing about it is to have fun while you play. Unlocking the mounts is another key thing because you have to unlock the mounts. Even if you buy the skins, you can't use the skin until you unlock the mount. Guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you're tuned into the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time we power up to drop another video. You're now powered by the MMO Mainframe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all. She playing mind games. You know how it get.
Brand new V, dropping the top, converting the lane like this. Tell me the truth, that your heart skip a beat when you fuck like this. I fell in love with your hips. Baby,